Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the FireStorm podcast. It's been a little bit over a month or so since we've discussed anything on the channel. How's it been, Gus? What's been happening?
I've been pretty good. No complaints. Just keeping on. Nothing really to report. I've been totally fine. Went on vacation recently. Was nice with the whole family, most of the family. Although I spent a lot of it just doing nothing. I don't really we were at the beach. I don't particularly like the beach, but especially when it's daytime. I like the beach more at night. When it's daytime, it's really hot out and the sun is like just destroying your skin, and that's not really for me.
Yeah.
I don't like to just sit there. The ocean's fine and everything. I don't really care for the beach though. It's fine. I've actually grown a little. I've grown a little fonder of it as I've gotten older. I used to hate it as a teenager. Other than that,
same.
Just the usual. I'm just hanging in there, doing work, going to work, making music, watching anime, the whole 9 yards. How about you, brother?
Yes, enjoying the life by yourself without anyone knocking on your door or making a fucking nuisance.
Yeah, honestly, so when I got back from, it's been about a week. I got back from vacation last Saturday, and ever since then, I think I'm gonna need to clean my place, like deep clean it, because flies keep showing up inside my house. So I'm gonna have to. Something's gone wrong, and I don't know what it is. But I'm gonna probably once this is done, I'm gonna. No, I've covered up. I found a spot where the window was open. Or not the window, but like my porch door has like a little slight indentation right at the very bottom. And when I first discovered a ton of flies, they were all like crowded, like a bunch of them were crowded on my porch door, like the sliding door. So I was like, oh, they probably got in from there. So I covered that up already, but they're still showing up. So I don't know if they're just leftovers from then, but I'm like literally after we're done with this, I'm gonna like put on SmackDown and deep clean my fucking house. Like I'm so tired of
that's
this.
Completely valid.
I'm so tired. Like it's been a few days. Like I think on Tuesday, I must have killed like 20 something, maybe 30 flies in one day.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was a lot. That was the day I found all of them crowded around the porch door. It was literally, I must have been like 8 to 10 on my door, behind the curtain. So in addition to all the others flying about. So I was like, all right, well, I figured if I cover the entrance, it'd be fine, but it's still been going on. I've had it covered since Tuesday and it's been like still coming in. So time to exhaust all my other options.
Yes,
because they distract me. Thankfully, my reflexes haven't dulled enough to make it difficult for me to kill them, because I still swat those bitches out of the air with what I've been fucking swinging around one of my old college textbooks, killing them. And if you look at my walls right now, they're literally like fucking covered with fly guts, which I'm gonna clean as well. I'm
the exact same with mosquitoes. I see one of those little fuckers, I just keep my eye on it, and then I reach and grab it and fucking squish it and kill it. I'm like,
oh yeah,
there's so many those little shits just flying around.
Oh, I bet
they love me because I'm a big fella and they love my blood. I must have sweet blood, and the pain in the ass. There's like a can of fly spray in practically every room of this house just in case we see a mosquito, and it pisses me off.
Yeah.
Like flies are one thing. Flies are annoying. Mosquitoes, like at least they do serve a purpose, but still, I hate. But
flies do nothing. Flies do nothing. They're just there to be annoying.
Yeah, I know.
I have noticed a discrepancy between them as well. Like some of them are more frantic than others, and like are faster moving, like move a little faster than others do. Doesn't stop me from killing their stupid asses, but it's just some of them seem like they're on some kind of drug compared to some of the others, which is funny.
Yeah, I've been hyped up on something. Who knows?
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, no, I've ever since moving in to this place with my roommate, like it's been mostly mosquitoes. For like the first few weeks, there was an ant problem, but we quickly got one of those like things you put near the front entrance of your house, and then the ants just fuck off. I don't know what it is, but my roommate got that. So now it's just been mosquitoes. Science, I don't know. I don't know how it works. Science, magic, something like that.
Who cares? It works.
Who cares? But yeah, now it's just mosquitoes, and that is annoying.
Yeah,
but it's fine. Life is good, man. Like there's been several. Well, life is good for the most part. There's been several ups and downs. I always like when things seem good, they always seem to just like do a backflip and say no, not for now. So I'm constantly like, I'm just going to embrace and enjoy the good moments while I've got them, because I've been enjoying a lot of the positives in life recently. I finally finished recording the audiobook for Volume 1, which I'm really happy about. Thank you very much for your contributions.
Absolutely.
The flashback scenes and the music.
Yes, absolutely.
Now I got to get to editing all that. It's like 9 hours of audio that I need to cut the bad takes out of. I believe they're all already processed, so I shouldn't have to do any editing much on my part, rather than just cutting out the bad takes.
Okay.
We have a bit of an issue because I forgot what program the audio engineer used to record it in, but he was making markers every time I made a fuck up, so it would be easier to identify and cut out. Right. But those markers didn't transfer over to my Audacity, and apparently Audacity is bad at that. It doesn't they don't work well with other programs, stems or whatever they're called. So instead, I've just got like a text, like a notepad text thing on my computer with all the times. So I have to just go through and use that to pick up on the mistakes, and hopefully it will make it quicker to cut them out, but who knows. So yeah, I'm there, and then I've got the last 2 chapters of Volume 2 on the that's left, and I'm not really struggling, just like I'm struggling to find the time to just sit down and write it, because I've just gotten over a sickness as well. And when I get sick, I just want to sleep. So it's been hard to just sit down and write. So yeah, I'll get there soon. I've got the first illustration done. I'm gonna get the second one commissioned soon. I'm hoping to drop both Volume 2 and Volume 1's audiobook at the same time, just to kind of like say, hey, here's Volume 1 and the audiobook for all those that wanted it. And at the same time, if you enjoy it, buy Volume 2. Why not, idiots? So I'm hoping that will be a good idea release. And I want to get it out like August, September, and I want to print a few copies as well, because I want to take my books to Supernova, which is Australia's Comic-Con and gaming convention, one of the biggest ones we host. And they come by Adelaide October 31st to November 2nd. So I want to have my books for that. I've applied for it. I need to get like liability insurance for some shit, because like I'm technically a business, and I'm selling a product, and I'm selling it at like a specialized location, like a convention. I have to get liability insurance. So it's not expensive, but it's just really weird looking into all this. Like, okay, wow, this is what I have to do now. Great, wonderful. That's that's a slight head fuck, but it's fine. Another thing I'm also doing is during the reading of the audiobook for Volume 1, I actually picked up on a couple more mistakes. Like there was one scene, I think, if you remember it from when you read it, when Zane first uses his power, like his darkness, and he like collapses, and his teacher says, all right, like enough of that for today. And Yulia goes to comfort him. The whole book I've been writing from the perspective of Yulia only having her one eye, and so it's just like her eye blinked or whatever it was, or like her eye looked worried. And it was just in that one scene where I accidentally said eyes. And so I was just like, fuck, change it back. So just a bunch of tiny little mistakes like that. And I'm like, God damn it. So I'm actually going to resubmit the manuscript for volume 1 to Ingram Spark. And it's going to be like the second edition, but it's just going to be the version that everyone buys from now on.
Right.
So all of the copies that are out in the world now are the first edition, and they're going to be a lot rarer. Not that that means anything, but it's going to be like,
me, considering I have one.
There you go. So the few copies out in the world currently are going to be exclusive. So buy one if you're listening to this and you don't have a copy. If you want something exclusive, go ahead and do that. So yeah, those are the plans writing wise.
Do you think you're still on track to get another volume out this year?
Yes, definitely. I'm still aiming for August, September. I was going to say July, but I think I need just a tiny bit more time. I think
your goal at the start of the year was to get 2 more volumes out. So do you think you're still on track to do that?
No, I think I'm now looking early 2026 for volume 3, just because unless I'm able to fucking knuckle down without any distractions, I'm thinking 2 volumes this year, and then the third one beginning of next year, I think. But I'll see how it pans out, because I definitely with the audiobook, with the amount of people who've been telling me they want to listen to the audiobook and the head fuck that came with recording that and now editing it, that's kind of pushed me writing volume 2 back.
Right.
So if I can balance those better, I think I can definitely find an easier timeline of getting everything out. But yeah, so I think just one more volume for this year. We'll see how volume 3 goes. And about to say, I had something on the brain and then you distracted me. Oh, fuck. That's fine. That's all right. So yeah, no, that's the goal there. Oh yeah, wrestling. As well, I'm also I'm really getting knuckle deep with the commentary side of things with wrestling.
Nice.
I'm working for one company fairly consistently. There is another company that is having their first event in Adelaide, coming over from a different state, and they asked me and another commentator to do commentary for them, which we're going to do. And there's actually opportunity for us to continue working with them beyond this single event they're doing in Adelaide, which might be really cool. All the other companies in South Australia, at the very least, know of my existence, and some of them have expressed ideas of oh, maybe after this happens, we might bring you on, or something along those lines. So I'm actually getting a lot more experience and a lot more involved with the commentary side of things, which is really fun.
That's awesome, man. Congrats.
Thank you. And actually, as well, I will be having my second match as well next month.
Nice.
So it'll be another multi-man match. So a lot somewhat more of the same, but this one will actually be on video as well. So it will be on YouTube, so you can watch that and make fun of me. So that'll be fun. But yeah, as well with that, man, I don't know if it is just the nature of working with wrestlers and wrestling and different companies, but I don't know if I talked to you mentioned much about this on the podcast or to you, but so much of wrestling in the end just comes down to feeling like you're in high school again. There is so much unnecessary drama and so many egos butting heads and so many different aspects colliding that feel at the end of the day, I just want to be like, hey guys, can't we just all fucking work together? But then half the people say, no, these guys are assholes. We would never work with them like that. Oh, this guy is a fucking racist or something like that. And then he says, like,
racist. Whoa.
Then some people say racist or transphobic, or like some people have fucking issues that they just can't hash out like adults. And it makes me feel like, just why are we all in high school? Why is this an issue? And I don't know. A lot of them have also been involved with wrestling for like beyond a decade. So I think they just let grudges fester and then don't quash them. So I don't know.
Very mature.
Yes, I know. And because like I am attempting to work for several different companies, I've kind of been just involuntarily thrown into some of the backlash and some of the drama. Like I think I got heat for the first time, Gus.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Backstage
that was
heat on Trent JM.
I know. Cultaholic reports exclusively backstage heat. Yeah, no, it's very strange. So I very quickly have had to learn, like with life, don't try and fix things that are beyond your control, and only and like don't let things affect you or annoy you for long term, because they are eventually just going to like fuck off and not be an issue. Like heat isn't real. It's not going to last. It's really stupid. Like you just show up, you show a good face, you pay respect, and you be a nice person, and things just work out. Like you just stop holding grudges and stop being an asshole, and then you know, amazingly, life improves. Like, so I don't know. Wrestling is just really weird in that regard. So yes, this deep into the podcast, I just wanted to explain why we're doing this. I felt like wanting to just have a chat and a discussion about several different things that have just been on the brain since, I mean, we last talked about WrestleMania. That was the last thing we talked about on the podcast. Predictions for WrestleMania. And the last game we played was Sonic. And there's been like a lot of other games coming out that I've almost had my eye on, but like I don't know what if I want to play them on FireStorm or not. And I myself have made a few big decisions in my own life, and one of them was giving up on making YouTube content for my own channel. I've retired, quote unquote, I guess. Been making content for just under a decade. I wrote in the description of that video, if I made it to August, that would have been a decade of content creation on that channel, and I'm like, oh, could have just held out. I could have done like a Deltarune video, because Deltarune popped out, and I made videos for the previous chapters. Like I could have just held on to August, but nah, I was feeling a certain way that day, and I was just like, I'm done. I can't be fucked. Like, because it's one of those things that slowly, even though I wasn't making content consistently, it was just one of those things of like, occasionally, like once every second day, I would like, oh, I'm going to see how the channel's doing, just for a little bit of a dopamine hit if something did good. Right. And I'm like, that's fucking stupid. Like, dude, you don't even have, like, you're under 1,000 subscribers. No one's watching you consistently. Why the fuck are you getting like hits from like, oh, I got a like on this video? Like, Trent, fuck. There's so many better things you could be doing than worrying about that. And so that was another factor behind like, I don't want to do this. I put in I put in a lot of hard work into it, and I don't get anything back for it, and that's fine. That's the nature of the beast. But I've been doing that for 10 years, and it's just like, it's about time to move on. And even though I've been writing for the same amount of time, and writing has the same sort of deal, at the very least, I feel much more satisfied when I write. Right. I actually feel like I feel happier holding that product in my hand of like, hey, this is something that's going to live on. The internet could die tomorrow and my whole YouTube channel could be extinguished.
Yep.
But that book, this physical product I'm holding, that's fucking real. So
yeah, you're totally right.
Yeah.
That's how I feel all like constantly. The I don't have anything really physical except for my Turn to Ash CD at this point, but I totally agree. That's how you need to feel when you're creating. Like it's all about the personal satisfaction, because like I wouldn't have like I don't care, right? Like my parents talked about I did a cover of the My Hero Academia Vigilantes opening last month. And it was the fastest video I've ever done to hit 100,000 views. I think it hit 100,000 in 22 days. So about 3 weeks, it hit 100,000 views. And my parents were like, "Oh my God, Gus, how did you do that? You're getting so many views on this video." I'm like, I didn't plan for that. I just made something I wanted to make, and I posted it. The end.
Yeah, how did you do that? Yeah. I don't know.
I don't fucking know. I just made something I wanted to make and I posted it. Like, I don't care really how my videos perform. Like, obviously I get more money if they perform well. Great. But like, at a base level, I'm just happy with the stuff that I make. Like, again, like you said, if my YouTube channel died tomorrow, I would still feel some level of satisfaction knowing I created so much. You know, like that, like it's part of how I stay sane is like working on music and like giving myself stuff to do, you know, like that's just, you know, becoming absorbed in that kind of thing. And the creative satisfaction of just making stuff it's awesome. Like that's just how and of course I really enjoy making music, but just generally being creative is really satisfying, even in different ways. Yeah. Because it's just great. And so even if like you're like the protector stuff never really like takes off to the level that maybe you'd hope for, you still have the satisfaction of knowing that you did this and you're proud of it at the very, very least, right? So I think that's super cool. I think anybody who's like passionate enough about something to want to create something, it's just super cool. Like there's, I don't know, because it does take a level of like, I guess, willpower, you know, to like sit down and be like, I'm gonna create something, and a lot of times it takes a certain level of skill and development. I know better than anybody. I used to fucking be terrible at singing. I used to fucking suck, and then after a long time of practice, I got better. And like, so it's just all of that coming together. I don't know. It's really cool. I think being creative. It's
one of those silly things of like when people say like oh like you did this, I could never do that. It's just like, well, you actually could. It's just I
used to suck. I used to be fucking terrible.
Like I could have like you could like anyone could realistically make a giant YouTube channel if they just knew the right steps and did the right things to fuck with the algorithm and like explode and like, oh look, my channel has 100,000 subscribers and get that satisfaction. But that's not what I ever wanted to do with my YouTube channel, and what I did want to do, I wasn't getting satisfied with. So I was like, okay, that's why I made that decision.
Yeah, and
I literally said in it like, hey, I'm still gonna. I like FireStorm because this is just fun.
Yeah,
like this is just silly fun. That's what we do here, and that's what I come here for.
Oh, bro,
so I'd rather
I'm
just
so hyped for FNaF next week. Holy moly!
Oh my god!
Holy moly, bro!
The mimic. Oh my god!
We're gonna learn We're gonna learn the secret of the mimic, bro. I'm so hyped.
Oh, brother!
I fucking love Five Nights at Freddy's. Man, shit rules.
But yeah, sorry. It's just, and also, I think somehow I always seem to end up with making stuff that's like equal in number, which is really weird. I ended up with like 600 subscribers, and then I made playlists for all like the different eras of my channel, and it's like the original Trent _Y stuff has 100 videos in that playlist.
Damn.
slight rebrand after the original audiobook came out, has 25 videos. And then Trent JM, all the content I made under that name, there's another 100 videos. So I'm like, 100, 25, 100. That's enough content from me. That's nice and even. Take that. I'm going home. And it's like that. That's it's going to be it's a nice archive there. I like even the stuff like the trip to Japan, the trip to America. Got those up there to witness back whenever I want to, and all the other stuff that I have. So I'm happy with what I've done there, but I need to do more of other things. And
I totally get it.
You said though, like we not only we got fucking Deltarune chapters 3 and 4. I played a bit of chapter 3.
I haven't played it yet.
It's actually I've played a bit of chapter 3. It's fun. I still feel the desire to go play through chapters 1 and 2 again, just to have that same continuity. Because I know,
I don't even remember what I did in chapters 1 and 2. I gotta be honest.
Because there's
fucking idea.
Even though it's all meant to have one ending, I know for a fact that doing the Snowgrave stuff in chapter 2 does fuck with things in 3 or 4. I believe it does actually have ramifications. So I want to have like a play, like a save state that is like all the good shit, the good boy stuff. Because I want to just stick with that. I don't want to hurt Noelle or whatever her name was.
Noelle.
So I kind of want to do that in Deltarune. But then also, you're right. We got Secret of the Mimic next week.
That's so hype.
Oh my!
Man, I went back. I've been watching actually. I went back to just kind of skim our old Security Breach videos just for fun. But I've also been watching Markiplier's Security Breach stuff recently, just in the background, and I'm like, oh man, I'm getting hype. I hope it's more. I hope it's stuff like sort of more free roam like that game was. It was fun.
That's the thing. I don't think I've seen like. I don't even think I've.
Yeah, I think I've only seen like the very brief clips from like that very first trailer when it was revealed. I haven't seen anything else.
Yeah, so I have. I've literally just skimmed. I literally looked up FNaF Secrets of the Mimic on Google, and Steelwool Studio trailer from 3 months ago. The description just says, "Enter the warehouse and retrieve the technology that he was developing for us," and that's it. I'm like, okay, I know
that's
nothing.
Hard.
I know nothing. But it's just like
that's
I'm
fucking
still
hard.
Excited.
Holy shit!
I know. It's just that, and then also Five Nights at Freddy's 2 in December.
Oh, is that when it's coming out? Damn.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Oh no, the movie. Oh, I'm so keen because me and my mates saw the first one, and we made like a little pact. Like we're gonna see all of them. This is gonna be great.
Oh yeah.
So I'm excited for number 2. And I saw the I think it was a trailer, like 30-second clips of it. And yeah, that looks fun as well. That looks good. All the toy animatronics, that's going to be funny.
Hell yeah.
I don't know, Five Nights at Freddy's, Deltarune, so much good stuff in gaming. And another
Isn't
thing
that crazy that like it's
well,
with Five Nights at Freddy's and then like essentially the Undertale spiritual successor? Or it's like 10 years later, we're still completely relevant. That's wild.
They're still going. They're still happening. It's nuts.
It's 2015 all over again right now. 10 years later.
If Toby Fox and Scott Cawthon got into a room, like
Toby Fox would probably start speaking very fluent Japanese. That's what he does now, apparently.
Oh yeah, I don't blame him.
Yeah, his shit is crazy in Japan.
To learning. Yeah, I know. Fucking Undertale and Deltarune, like he knew the type of fan base he was going after. If I could get my fucking book translated to Japanese and sell it over there, I would.
Yeah,
but I just don't know how to do that. But it's
long endeavor.
It is something. Yeah, no, it's so much is happening there, and even like something else very small as well. I've been seeing finally from the independent creator that made Paper Lily, the game that I played on the channel not too long ago.
Yeah, I remember.
Chapter 2 is coming soon, like very, very soon. They're starting to post up about it. So
I remember that game
excited.
being fun.
Yeah,
Oopsie.
so I'm keen for that. Fuck yeah. Viz Media also, like, they did a bunch of announcements today, a bunch of new manga drops, and as usual, because it's the type of people they are, a bunch of Ruby people were like, oh, I was expecting Ruby stuff. And Viz Media literally just like, we know you're excited for Ruby stuff. There's an announcement happening soon regarding Ruby stuff.
Let's go.
So, like, yeah, finally, like, so then I'm like, I'm annoyed that the fandom had to keep hounding them.
Yeah.
But I'm glad at least they're acknowledging, like, we know
they
you're
can never
excited.
please everybody. People were in those replies asking about
know.
One Piece deluxe volumes of the manga. I'm like, I don't even know what that means. What is a deluxe volume of one? That doesn't even make any sense.
No, just people are nuts.
Yeah, apparently there's new Bleach something or other too, and I don't know what that is either. So I'm just out of the loop. It's like, so these are some of my favorite anime. Right. I have no fucking idea what's going on. Usual.
Wonderful.
That's the usual.
Just like,
some good announcements though. They did announce they're publishing the Sakamoto Days spinoff. Thank God. Happy about that.
A spinoff?
Yeah, Sakamoto Holidays. It's like a slice of life Sakamoto Days thing. It's really cute.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they're publishing that soon. That, thank God. I thought I wasn't gonna, like, I'm sure, I was like, I knew it was gonna get there eventually. Like, I knew they'd pick it up eventually, but I was like waiting for it because it's been out for like a year already. And I was like, oh, I need this now. So I'm gonna pick that up too.
Fuck yeah. That was fun. Wasn't there a season 2 coming out soon?
Part 2. Yeah, it's coming out next month. Yeah.
Part 2, sorry.
Yeah, it's coming out next month.
Next month?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Netflix. Oh my God.
Yeah, dude.
So for 6 months, like, or 7 or 8 months actually, since I moved out, my Netflix, I've been able to get away with the whole, like, oh, you're not using your home Wi-Fi, you're not the home location. It hasn't picked up on that for 8 months.
Damn.
And then, motherfuckers, this week finally picked up on it. So I'm like, God damn it. I can't watch anything. I can't watch wrestling. I can't watch the new anime. But luckily, my roommate's chill, and she said she might just give me hers. So I'm like, if you do, thank you so much.
Nice.
So I might just borrow hers and give her some money every month so I can go back to watching that. Because Sakamoto Days, at the very least, a lot of fun and really love it. Want to watch it more.
Nice.
Fucking WWE though. Oh my God. I've been so in two minds about WWE the past few months though. Simply because, like, I feel like, is it just me or is the product starting to get worse again? Or just boring?
I don't know. Like, I've been okay with it. I don't, like I said, I don't really watch, like, WWE is sort of like a distraction for me. So I don't really analyze it a lot, but, yeah, I think I watch like Cultaholic, and sometimes I watch like Simon Miller stuff. So, and I think they would agree with you that it's kind of been on a little downslope recently. It's just like it does feel like it's, I think, pretty much impossible to deny that it feels like almost every fucking match ends in like some kind of distraction or disqualification or whatever. And especially like on TV, like on Raw and SmackDown, pretty much every fucking match, like there's someone interfering or there's someone on the outside or someone comes in for a DQ, and it's like, all right, come on guys, like can we can have a winner here. It's not going to be the end of the world. But on the flip side, like I think I like a lot of the still like the character stuff I've been liking. I don't know. I'm not too hyped for the main event of tomorrow's Money in the Bank, the tag match. I could take or leave that. Yeah. Actually, honestly, if they replace Logan Paul with anybody, I'd be more than okay with it. But since Logan Paul's in there, I do not care.
I think they replaced Travis Scott with Logan Paul,
which is an improvement.
For months,
that's a market improvement, no doubt. But it's still Logan Paul.
It's still. Yeah, it's still Logan Paul. He's ran off with it though. Like, I I hate him, but the promos that the one promo they did was actually kind of good.
It was good
because they were so.
I did like it.
They were so narcissistic. They were so hypocritical.
I did. Yeah, and there's I like the tension, the teasing of the tension between John Cena and Logan Paul. I think they're gonna fucking collapse at Money in the Bank tomorrow. I'm actually looking forward to it because I think both of the Money in the Bank matches are fucking stacked. I think the men's is a little I think it's between two for the men's, but for the women, I think it could be any one of them realistically, and you couldn't complain. Both the Money in the Bank matches look so good. Especially because I was not one person I did not expect to make it in was Andrade, but he's gonna go insano mode in that match. So that's gonna be good.
He's gonna fucking
him and Chad or El Grande Americano. Just fucking El Grande Americano beat CM Punk and AJ Styles in a triple threat match. That's incredible.
Oh, heads were rolling when he did that.
Yeah. I honestly knew he was going to win because it didn't feel like either CM Punk or AJ were going to be in that match. They didn't need it, right? But it would be more interesting if Americano was in it. I think it was sort of obvious to me at least, but I was like, it's still kind of funny.
It was obvious. Yeah. That's the thing. It was so obvious that was going to happen.
Because CM Punk doesn't need it. I also think Seth Rollins doesn't need it, but I think there's a pretty solid chance of him winning. It's between Seth and LA Knight for me, because I think they could put it on LA Knight this year. But it's either him or Seth, no doubt.
I think either one would be interesting, because it would definitely be interesting as Seth, he could easily just
destroy
destroy Jey Uso, reclaim the world heavyweight championship.
Because if Seth wins, he's probably going to cash in on Raw when Jey and Gunther have the title match. That seems to be the consensus at least. But I don't think Seth needs it, so I think it'd be more interesting to put it on LA Knight. But who knows?
See, this is the one thing about WWE, especially as of late, what I was getting back to with the product at least feeling less than what it was a year ago. Of course, it was going to feel less than a year ago. The year ago, they had so much hype, but in contrast, though, it feels like they don't know. They either don't know what they're doing or they're just purposely doing stuff worse. Because I know John Cena's whole thing was just I'm going to ruin wrestling, but ruining wrestling is putting on terrible showcases of matches and doing the same promos every time he shows up. And then he's only got 20 appearances left. And I'm just if these last 20 appearances are going to be all this, I was excited when it first happened and when he explained himself. And then every time he's shown up, it's been the same thing. And I think he even he recently did an interview where he said, I'm getting old and my body's breaking down. That's why I'm not able to perform as much as well. So, okay, you know what? Completely makes sense. I completely get why your matches are not living up to any manner of expectations. The best thing he did was that brief bit with CM Punk in the chamber before he turned heel.
Yep.
That was the best he's looked in years. But it's so weird to see all that. And then whenever I do decide to tune into Raw or SmackDown, it's literally just oh, look, celebrities are in the crowd. And then here's 2 seconds of a promo. And then here's 3 seconds of an entrance. And then here's an ad. And then here's 2 minutes of a shit match. And here's an ad. And here's some people talking. Oh, Pat McAfee, he's cool. And it feels like nothing but that on repeat. And then very rarely it's just oh, look, here's a funny Judgment Day segment. Or here's John Cena saying something. And literally every time I tune into WWE Raw or SmackDown, it's just it's always that order just in a random repeat, in a random loop. So I'm just kind of sitting there I don't care. I'm starting to not care as much about that. I might go back to what I was doing 2 years ago, which is just I'll hear the Cultaholic updates just so I don't have to even watch the clips, and then I will tune into just the pay-per-views. I reckon that's purely what I'm going to go back to doing because I'm not enjoying the weekly product anymore. So that is probably the plan for me. And also because like when you're around wrestling so much, I'm not one of those people that just makes their lives wrestling. I can't do it. And I think because I've gotten more involved with wrestling locally, maybe that's another reason I'm enjoying. I'm not enjoying wrestling everywhere else. Like maybe it's my fault for consuming it too much where I'm at right now. I don't know.
Yeah, but I don't know either. Because at least for me personally, I think there's been a lot of really good matches on weekly TV recently. There's been a lot of whatever matches too, but there have been some really good ones. And I just generally I just enjoy, because I don't really put too much stock in it, right? Like it doesn't really matter to me. So I just kind of put it on and it's just whatever. So I like to kind of sort of idly watch it, it's nice. But
don't get me wrong, like the SmackDown tag team match TLC motherfucking bout, that was amazing. That was incredible.
I've actually really enjoyed it. Like I'm talking about it even recently. A lot of the Money in the Bank qualifying matches I've really enjoyed. I think they've been really good. Like the triple threats, I think those have been great. For the most part, I can't think of a bad one. I've been enjoying those. I think there's plenty of stuff they're setting up that seems interesting. At least sort of, fairly interesting. And at least for me, I fucking love John Cena. I think he's awesome. Like, it's so funny. His stupid over the top heel shtick, it just makes me laugh. So it's, I don't know if that's the goal, but at least for me, like, I just like he being all huge dick. I can't get enough. I think it's hilarious. And I actually
Slowly
quite enjoyed his match with Randy Orton. I thought it was better than I thought it was going to be. And they're both, like, obviously they were going to put on a fucking 5-star classic ever. But they both made it work for, like, they played it to their strengths, I think. So yeah. I don't know. I thought it was fine. It wasn't my favorite match ever by any means, but I did enjoy watching it. Like, I got a kick. I remember reacting more to that match than I did the whole night watching Backlash. And that's all I want, right? I wanted to make me feel something. And I did. So, yeah.
Fuck, I don't even remember. I think I completely forgot Backlash. I watched Backlash.
Yep.
But I barely remember anything from it.
Yeah, it's because I think it was all title retentions. There were no changes.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
was it good? I don't.
It was
remember.
all right. It was sort of just kind of mid. There was like the Penta Dominic match. There was the Lyra Becky match was really good.
Jacob retained. Lyra.
The Fatal 4-Way was
Dom
top
retained.
notch as well. Really like the Fatal 4-Way.
Yeah, I remember the Fatal 4-Way. I remember that being good.
Yep.
And then I remember like Gunther, Pat McAfee, and I was just like, I get what they're doing. I still don't like it. And then John Cena and Randy Orton went nearly half an hour. Yeah. What the fuck?
I enjoyed it. I thought it was good fun. It's slow, but it was good fun. The crowd was way into it. I was really appreciative of that. Really, for what it was, I totally enjoyed that match. And I thought the Pat McAfee Gunther match actually got more out of me than I expected to. So not that it was Pat McAfee's best showing or anything, even in terms of a wrestling capacity. Like, he kind of just punched and kicked a lot. But it was kind of a classic sort of setup. I didn't mind it.
They wanted to tell a story, they did. I don't know if it was necessary at all.
I don't know why they really did it, but it's fine.
Well, I can't really be too hypocritical because of like, not to at all compare myself to Michael Cole or Pat McAfee, but they had a story in mind where they were going to get commentators involved, and I am literally in a thing right now with a storyline that plans to get me involved in some manner. So I do kind of get it in that sense. Of like, they have an idea that involves them, they want to use them, they're going to do it. whether or not people like it or not. Like, it's just like they're gonna do it. So whatever.
For what it was, I didn't think it was that bad. It's just kind of, I think it was kind of a way to get Gunther's heat back, which is fine. After losing at WrestleMania. I've honestly, the other thing about wrestling is I've been very much, like, I've been thinking more and more about starting to tune into AEW more, because I don't really at all right now. But with All In coming up, it's looking more and more stacked, and I'm sort of like, I kind of want to watch it.
If they get to, okay, look, at All In, if fucking Hangman beats Jon Moxley, this is gonna be a new fucking, like, renaissance for AEW, because they have been needing something big to happen for a while, and they have been building and building and building because of how fucking shit the Death Riders have been, but they've been building so much and they've been cooking in the background for a while. They've been cooking so much stuff in the background. Like, Chris Jericho hasn't been there in ages. He's not ruining things. Copes hasn't been there in ages. He's not ruining things. Fucking Jon Moxley is starting to look like he could lose. They're cooking with Swerve, Hangman, Will Ospreay, and Kenny Omega, and Okada.
Yep.
And they've got so much stuff cooking. If they explode with All In Texas and they do all this shit and have an amazing showcase, I would almost, like, I'm almost in the same boat. I want to start tuning in weekly again. Like, their weekly product has problems. Same with WWE. Whereas WWE like to just like, oh, like, look, guys, look, we have Gabriel Iglesias in the crowd. Holy shit, clap. Whereas they do that, AEW just do like, here is tons of really fast wrestling that you're not going to be able to comprehend, and the style will start to kind of wane on you when you see 3 of the same matches with different characters. But then there is always some gold sprinkled in there, and you just got to wait for it. And when it comes, like, they fucking go off. Like, I am also very much in that boat of, I will start tuning in more if this event pops off.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to watch it live whenever it is, like the 12th or whatever. I'm very curious. But yeah, because I haven't really ever watched AEW consistently. I don't think it's the kind of thing that I would want to watch weekly, like every single week. But I do want to, like, kind of start dipping my toes in the water. But yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Curious where I need to watch
it. I'm sort of the same way with NXT, because I don't really watch NXT weekly, but I like the pay-per-views or the premium PLEs. All the NXT PLEs recently have been really good. So, and Trick Williams is the TNA champion. Good lord. So just good stuff. I don't watch NXT
Trick
weekly.
Williams,
Like, there's not enough characters that I care about on NXT. Like, unless NXT was like Obafemi for 2 hours a week, I don't think I would watch. But if NXT was Obafemi for 2 hours every single week, I would absolutely watch.
I would stand and applaud.
Yeah, I would stand and applaud for the entire fucking 2 hours. But yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Oh my god, what have WWE done? You know, one thing they do a lot of people dirty. Do WWE, like the whole shit recently with Carlito and R-Truth, Big L.
That's crazy.
And like that was the one thing they've been saying about, like, oh, this definitely feels like it's TKO.
Yes, I completely agree with that. I don't think it was like Triple H's decision or anything like that. Yeah,
because again, I hate wrestling. Like, I dislike a lot of wrestling news because so much of it is speculative.
Yes.
And like not
half the time not even true.
Half the time not even true. But like then like another rumor has popped up of like TKO want to negotiate Roman Reigns' contract down for the renewal.
I mean,
they don't want to pay him as much.
He's definitely not working as much. Contract.
So. No, he's not. And I get that, and I get they have a business to run, and that they're approaching this business mindedly. I get that, but they're making a lot of decisions which are not going to curry favor with a lot of people. But then a lot of people are like, "Hey, you know how this ticket is like 3 times as expensive as it was 5 years ago? I'm buying it."
Yeah,
and like people are still buying it. Like That's also like a problem I got with the new fucking Nintendo Switch. It's so fucking expensive. Like, I will get to that. I want to get to that in a bit later. I want to talk about that in a bit. But like, so much stuff. Companies are just being like, we have a really big fan base. I wonder if we can just like keep throwing in some more ads and making it more expensive and see if people will still pay for it. And they always do.
Yep.
Why? Fucking stop. Fucking Jesus. Like people, like you pay with your wallet. Like you people want to vote. Sorry, yes, you vote with your wallet, and people complain about these things, and then they don't do anything about it. That's why, like, I have been wanting. That's why I'm trying to think and approach things practically. Like, hey, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm not going to do it. That's why, like, I'm not watching weekly WWE. I'm not enjoying it, so I'm going to stop doing it. It's fucking simple, but people fucking don't do that. People are very hypocritical. I don't know.
I totally agree. Like, I don't think I would go to a show if it came when it comes by. I think it actually did come by recently. A WWE came by Richmond recently, and I didn't go. I didn't look at ticket prices or anything. I just don't really feel, because I might have even been a house show, and I was like, I'm not going to that show. I don't care. Especially because I don't have anybody to go with. But because it was probably, I think it was on a weekday, and I was like, nobody's gonna fucking go with me to this.
Who are you gonna go see? You gotta go watch JD McDonough.
Seriously.
Who the fuck's
maybe
gonna be
Cody Rhodes if we're lucky.
They rarely do house shows anymore.
Yeah.
Like, they're very, very rare nowadays.
Yes, they are.
So
I'm
actually gonna look on Cage Match.
Must have been a few months ago, but yeah. I totally agree. If people don't want the tickets to be so expensive, just stop showing up and they'll cut the prices. But that's another thing I think TKO is responsible for, and not the creative team. So
100%.
Yeah, like it's totally it's I don't know. Like, Triple H seems to receive a lot of the blame for WWE's PR fuck ups, but bro's just writing I don't even think he writes a lot of the stuff. He's just giving his approval, over a lot of the stuff that the writing team writes. So at the end of the day, like, it does fall on his back, or on his shoulders, but it's not like he's choosing to raise the ticket prices himself. It's just easy to put it on Triple H because we know he's in charge of something or other.
And it's just, he is sort of the figurehead. Yeah. But even then, I think, since last year, when he was making all these announcements of like, WWE is now on Netflix, and he was in front of the camera the whole time.
Yes.
You notice, he hasn't been doing that recently.
No.
He hasn't been doing that. And it's probably because, he knows there's a lot of things happening that he hasn't.
Well, also, he doesn't need to be on screen all the time.
He absolutely does not. Absolutely. But, I think it's more so the case of, hey, this is all other things happening, beyond my control, so I'm not going to associate with it.
I mean,
maybe that, I could be wrong, but
I don't know. It just doesn't. I don't know if it's that, but it why would Triple H need to show up? There's no stories that involve him at all. I think he understands his place.
You could have said that a year ago, though, and he was fucking everywhere.
Was he? I don't remember that. He showed up a couple times.
He just kept. I feel like it. Felt like it was more. Maybe
no. I think he showed up for one Randy Orton promo, and that was about it.
Showed up for a Randy Orton promo. He showed up for WWE on Netflix. He showed up for a lot of
he hasn't been on screen since the Netflix debut, and he was only there for 5 minutes.
Yes. Yeah, he was there to open it. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of the same thing. I don't
prominent.
You kind of said about the celebrity thing. Those things are on screen for 5 seconds and they're gone. That doesn't bother me at all. I don't know why. I don't know why. I'm just confused on why it bothers you, because it maybe happens 3 or 4 times across the show, and it lasts 5 seconds.
It feels longer than that to me, and also because it's every week. Whereas nothing feels fresh, because every week it's actually, one thing they are doing more is they're talking more about stats, but every show now opens with one of the commentators explaining something about the building they're in. There's like a fucking sweep shot of the audience. There's some entrance and then big promo to open the show and then ad. And then, hey, look, we got celebrities here for 15 seconds and then promo and then maybe a match, maybe an entrance. I don't know. It feels formulaic to a point where like most of the weekly shows feel the same. And there's probably like one outstanding part, which is either like a great match or an actually interesting promo. Like, every time I've tuned in recently, it's felt the same. That's why I haven't enjoyed it as much.
I mean, that's fine. I just don't. I don't really feel that way about it.
No, that's fair.
Yeah, it's fine, but yeah, it's totally. It's just like, I feel like I was going somewhere and I forgot where I was going. But if we want, we can kind of switch topics, because here's a sucker, a little fucking sheep, me, who bought the Switch 2 on release day.
I saw your tweets about it. I saw your tweets of like, am I going to get fucked by the tariffs?
Yeah, it's sort of, it was more so an investment in the future, because I think the price of the Switch 2 is acceptable. I don't mind the price of the console. The price of the console, to me, is totally fine, because the PS5 is $500 and the Switch 2 is $450. Both expensive, mind you, but the PS5 retails for $500, whereas the Switch 2 retails for $450, and I can bring the Switch 2 with me in the car. I can't bring the PS5 with me in the car. And the Switch 2 actually runs games like a game console and not like a fucking Android phone like the Switch 1 did. So I'm perfectly happy with the price. It's just the $80 games I don't like. The $80 games bother me.
Yeah.
But
there's
it's an investment in the future, because I knew I was not going to want to play stuff like Legends EA when we get around to that, which finally has a release date, October 16th. And the new Hyrule Warriors, stuff like that. I'm like, I'm not going to play that on the Switch 1. They're going to run like shit. And so I was like, I'll just get it. I'll just bite the bullet and get the Switch 2 before the tariffs come in. And it goes from like $450 to $600. So I just bit the... I
was going to say, when are the tariffs actually coming in?
I think next month.
Right. Okay.
So it was, and the Switch, the price of the Switch 1 hasn't gone down in 8 years. That still retails for $300.
No, that's one of the things that pisses me off about the Switch here, is that all the games and all the consoles are the exact same price.
It wasn't going to go down if I waited for it, so I just bought it.
Yeah, okay, I get that, but. And again, this might be another thing that the internet has just kind of like fucking forced into my head. Yeah. But like, is it true that most of the games nowadays, they're all like download codes?
I don't believe it is the case for the PS5, which is really obnoxious to me, because when I put in the disc, it just downloads the game. It's like a key to download the game. So it automatically starts downloading the game, doesn't run off the disc, which is really stupid. But that's Sony. I believe I've seen conflicting reports, but I believe on the Switch 2 they still run off the cartridge.
Right. Okay. I'm hoping that's the case, because I've been seeing a lot of people saying like, "Oh,
yeah." Well, it's also the case of people making shit up nowadays. So people do that a lot.
Yeah. This is true. So that's why I'm interested to see what it looks like, and then like all the other shit about the agreements for the Switch 2 about how, like, if you do anything to the console, they can externally brick it.
Yes.
Which is, if that's true, that's fucked.
I do believe that's true to a lesser extent. It's like, I read about this earlier, because I actually, I left a comment that's been getting some upvotes on Charlie's Moist Criticals video earlier today, and a bunch of people have been replying to me saying I'm a fucking idiot. About the Switch 2.
Love that.
Yeah.
I watched that, actually.
Yeah, so I left a comment. Yeah. It's got, like, let me see. I'm at 1,500 upvotes on that comment, with 105 replies. About half of them are calling me a fucking dumbass.
That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
so
That's awesome.
I don't care about comment upvotes. I just said something completely sensible. My comment was, as I said, $450 for the console is fine. $80 for the games is not. That was my entire comment. And some people agree with me, and some people. Well, I said,
I found it.
Some people because I said it was an actually powerful console. People have been laughing at me like, "Oh, you think the Switch 2 is powerful?" And I kind of just meant it in terms of compared to the Switch 1. So, in comparison to the Switch 1, yes, the Switch 2 is powerful, but everybody's like, "Oh, it runs the same as a PS4." Oh, just shut up, dude. I just want to play Pokemon. Leave me the fuck alone. Or like the Steam Deck actually runs better, which I don't know if that's true or not, and I don't care.
Mindless consumerism is why AAA studios will never improve. Yeah, well done.
Yeah, like I don't know. I just want to play Pokemon, man. That's it. I just want a console that I play Pokemon. That's it. I'm done. Like, and Zelda and Mario, stuff like that. Like that's the reason I get the fucking Nintendo consoles. And about the things like people have been saying, like. They'll break the Switch 2. I believe you have to hack it. And as for me, like if you hack your Switch 2, like jailbreak it or like hack your Nintendo online services or whatever, they'll brick your Switch 2. It doesn't. Apparently, they can do it even if your Switch 2 is offline, which doesn't make any sense. But I don't plan to hack my console, point blank. So that's that's not a concern for me. I think you should be allowed if that's your thing. I think that, like, to me, it sounds dumb. It sounds like, oh, whatever. If I can't jailbreak my console. Wah. Like, to me, that sounds fucking stupid. But you should be allowed to do that if that's your thing. They shouldn't be taking that freedom away from you. I agree with that. But to me, it's not even a problem. So I've just completely dismissed it. So yeah, like, I think you do own the console, right? Like, I think you can just play it as long as you don't fucking hack it, and I'm not planning to do that, so no problems for me. I'm sorry if that affects anybody listening, but I just don't care. So
yeah, no, I get a lot of what's like. I am fully behind a lot of the criticism because like it is just the industry yes. as of late, like in a cost of living crisis, they're like, hey, we're gonna charge. Like, at least in Australia, like, $120 for each game. And I'm like, how about no? I'm not, fuck that. Like, it's $450 USD. It's fucking like $760 Australian. Brother, I barely, I just, like, that's just under a week's fucking wage for me. Like, I don't, and I got a lot of other things I gotta fucking give money to. I'm not gonna buy that. Like, I didn't really care too much about the Switch 1. The brief time I had that, I played a few games and I didn't care, so I sold it.
There you
go. It doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect me absolutely, but I do wish that we were in a period of time where like it felt like things were more enjoyable and easier to access, and it feels like things like gaming are becoming a lot are like going further and becoming more expensive rather than more reasonable. Yeah, that's just sad to look at because like and I know there is some hype around ZA, but every time I've watched videos about Pokemon Legends CA, it doesn't look good to me. That just might be a personal thing. It just doesn't look good to me. I'm still willing to check it out for the channel.
I disagree, but yeah, it could be a personal thing. I think it looks great.
Yeah. Dude, the wild zones in the town, that's a fucking dumb idea.
Yeah, I don't like the idea that they keep it all in one city, but other than that, I think it looks great. I think it's got a lot of lore implications.
I think lore implications. You see, like I'm that out of the whack with with Pokemon in general. That I'm not fussed about that, but you are, so that's absolutely valid.
Yeah, it's totally up to personal experience. Like if you haven't played Pokemon for a while, like I'm one of the people who really fucking liked Scarlet and Violet. I thought it was a great game. Like a lot of really good ideas. And especially now, like I've been seeing comparison videos. The Switch 2 actually fucking runs the game instead of it being a shitty little laggy fucking mess on the Switch 1. But I think Scarlet and Violet had a lot of really good ideas.
That's actually good. So the Switch 2 actually running it properly, fucking valid, but that was actually one of the other criticisms. The fact that they have just re-released a bunch of the Switch 1 games and just said, Nintendo Switch 2 version, paid upgrade, and you got to still pay full price for that shit? That's
you don't pay
annoying.
Full price for it, but you do pay for it. Yeah, you do not pay full price.
You still pay full price here?
Nope.
What the fuck?
No, it's only half for us.
Damn. Maybe we're just getting shafted in Australia. I swear.
Nope. It is $30, I believe, for Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. I believe they're both $30 upgrades.
Okay, well that's much more valid. But then the tariffs are going to come in and just drop that price, probably. Fucking $30 upgrades if you have the game. Because I think it's if you're buying them for the Switch 2, right, you still pay full price. If you're buying it separately, but if you have the game for Switch 1 and you want to get the Switch 2 version, it's a $30 upgrade. Okay, is that just for like a digital transfer sort of shit?
That's correct.
Like, is that okay? That makes that makes more sense. Yeah, because I'm looking like The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild Nintendo Switch 2 edition, $109.95. Why the fuck would I do that? That's you're buying it again. You don't want to do that. So no. If you already have the game. So I'm not going to get the Breath of the Wild Tears of the Kingdom upgrades. It's not worth $30 for me. I'll just play them on my Switch 1 because I still have it. I'm not planning to get rid of it. So yeah, those aren't worth it for me. But I don't know if Scarlet and Violet have paid upgrades. I'm not sure. But either way, I'm kind of done with those games for now. So I don't feel a need to go back to them anytime soon. So we'll see though. But yeah, it's sort of buying the Switch 2 is just an investment for me because I don't want to get it later. No, that's fair. You don't want to. I actually fully understand because whenever these tariff deals do happen, man, that's I've only heard like clips and snippets of Trump talking about the tariffs and how the world has just kind of come together and been like. The entire world has come together and just said, "Hey, fuck you, dude."
Yeah,
like
it just makes everything worse.
I remember watching this exactly for the one of the things he said about Australia because like at least we are fairly minimal with the stuff he's doing to it that affects us. But I remember just watching a few minutes of him talking about the tariffs and then him going like, "Oh, Australia, for example, we buy so much of their beef."
We do.
Why don't they buy any of our beef? So, and he literally said that, and I'm just like, you're buying our beef because your own beef sucks. It's not like trading cards. We're not trading beef. We don't want your beef. There's a reason you're buying ours. It's because it's better. What are you talking about? Like that's that sort of deal. That's stupid.
Yeah, he's a dumbass.
Dude, I don't know. It feels like he's talking out of his ass half the time. It's dumb. Him and Elon Musk breaking up is quite funny. Yeah, that's hilarious.
It's literally like a fucking friendship from middle school breaking up. Unbelievable.
Well, what's that one meme? That one meme of just like I forgot what nationality they were, but it's just like friendship with this guy ended. This other guy is my new best friend.
Yeah, real.
Like it kind of reminds me of that. It's just Trump and Elon, and then Elon saying, "Oh yeah." He's on the Epstein list, and it's just like
Elon said that.
That means
Elon said that, not Trump.
Yeah, Elon said that about Trump, and I'm just like, Elon, that means you have been knowingly publicly supporting someone that you're now accusing of being a pedo. Are you stupid, brother? Are you stupid? Why would you say?
I mean, I think looking at it that way, like. You could also just as well, like, we don't know the truth. We could just as well say, maybe he just fucking found out. And now he's all of a sudden, oh, wait, that's a pedophile. Maybe I should keep my distance. Like, we don't know when or how he's seen the Epstein files. We don't know if they're fucking real. I think it's a weird take to assume that he knew all along. because we don't know.
Oh, you know? I don't know. Because he's saying like, oh, if he wasn't president, they would have come out by now. It's just like no one knows. Like,
yeah, like this could all be information he just found out, and that's why he's like keeping it. I don't know. Like, I think you could just as easily say that as anything else because we don't know the truth. So I think assuming stuff like that is weird. It's kind of fucking parasocial behavior.
Yeah, I don't know. He is such a fucking
Elon's a dumbass.
All of them are so. Elon's a dumbass. Trump's a dumbass. They're all silly. They're all dumb. Stop. Just stop. But whatever. They're gonna do what they're gonna do, and they're gonna keep fucking making dumb choices. And the rest of the world is just gonna be like, hey, how about fuck you?
Yeah, I do think. I don't know if Trump's gonna get reelected. I think he's gonna struggle. So we'll see.
Yeah,
that's a long ways from now.
Yes, and I'm glad at least all the other countries who are definitely getting shafted because of this, they're all just saying, how about fuck you? And Australia has done that. It's just like, well, they're going to do this. We're going to do our own things back. It's just like, you know what? Fair enough. You stand up, Australia, do that. Because fuck that. Like, I don't even know what we get from America. So I don't think it affects us too much, but they're just fucking up our financial
you probably won't
deals,
get Prime.
Whatever. Oh, thank God. I don't have to look at it. No. I don't want Prime. We've got our own factories now, probably. Think we're getting actually so many more like American imported shit. Like we got like so, especially like energy drinks. We got Celsius. We got C4. We got all this other stuff.
That's what you get from
that
America.
I thought was just exclusive. I know, like all the C4. The C4 is like the only energy drink I drink now, and that shit's gonna go up with the tariffs. I'm gonna cry. Oh my God, that's gonna suck. Yeah, and otherwise, I don't really know what I get from, like, if I buy stuff, I don't know what I buy from America. So, I don't think it really matters to me too much, but it's just really funny to see all this happen. So, I have been meaning, I keep going through the phases of getting in and out of anime, and I'm just about to jump back in, especially with some of the new airing stuff. Have you been up to date with the current season?
Well, not fully up to date, but yeah, I've been pretty up to date, especially with like my favorite stuff. But yeah, I've been watching Fire Force, Loser Ranger has been really good. My Hero Academia, Windbreaker, Witch Watch has been good so far. Stuff like that. I need to catch up on a lot of the other stuff, but yeah, I've been pretty up to date with everything.
Yeah, well, there's actually a new mate that started fairly recently where I work, and I just sort of figured out he's a bit of a weeb, and we just started talking about different anime, and like he literally looked at me. It's just like, you were the type of guy that watched High School DxD back in high school, and I'm like, how did you know? How the fuck did you know? Like, you son of a bitch. And then we were talking. And he's just like, oh, I love Fire Force. And I'm like,
Force rips.
I know other people that love Fire Force. Fire Force does rip. So he then just stood there for 5 minutes trying to convince me to watch Fire Force. And I'm like, I will. Yeah. Shut up.
It is one of Fire Force. I've seen a lot of, well, not a lot. I've seen a handful of people complaining because Fire Force is one of those anime that it's a really, really good shonen. But it also simultaneously has moments where something serious is happening and a guy comes in or a girl comes in and she's naked and it's all fan servicey and shit. So it really, it kind of combines those. That's an exaggeration on my part. Like, it's not that bad, but it does sort of, it has moments where there's a serious thing going on with a lot of story implications. And then someone says something really dumb in the middle of it. Or something fan servicey happens in the middle of it. So you kind of have to get that across. But I love that shit because I think it's dumb. But if you're willing to like endure or accept, embrace, whatever you want to call it, whatever your plan is for that, Fire Force is really fucking good. It is, I guess that's sort of a mental hurdle for some people, but for me, I love it. So it's just totally up to you.
Yeah. No, that's completely valid. I don't know why, especially I don't know what is the reason, but there's a few different like romance shows as well that I'm kind of just like, I'll watch that eventually. And bloody what also like all the announcements of like My Dress Up Darling season 2, like free runs next year, January, I think. Yeah. January. What the fuck else was there? There's heaps more. No, I don't remember. Heaps more shit that I specifically like that are planning on dropping in upcoming. Also, other shows that I've like had an eye on and I want to start. Let me know if you watch them. Can a boy girl friendship survive?
Yeah, it's really. I've watched it a little bit. I haven't gotten through all that's out yet, but it's. It sure is something. It's not one of my favorite romances ever. It's very weird.
Weird.
Yeah, there's a lot of big boobs, as you'd expect from anime. So that's good.
Oh no! I have to watch big boobs. No,
that's yeah.
Oh, wait,
sort of meaningless.
Alia hides her feelings in Rushing season 2. Wait, was that also?
It wasn't. It doesn't have a release date. No.
Okay, I'm just trying to think what other show I like has a date. I think there was something else I saw recently, but whatever. I'm the evil lord of an intergalactic empire.
I have the light novels. I've been reading the light novels for about 2 or 3 years. Very fun. Good show.
Okay, good. I saw that. I don't know why.
It's by the same author as Trapped in a Dating Sim, which is one of the first light novels I got my hands on. So I've been reading Intergalactic Empire for a couple years. It's very quirky. It's another one that's very heavy on the fan service when it doesn't really need to be, but it is very goofy and very fun. So I like it.
See, I'm selecting these shows from the brief images I've seen not involving fan service. And then you're telling me after the fact there is fan service. And I'm like, cool.
Yeah, there is fan service. Like, yep, absolutely. A lot of fan service in Intergalactic Empire.
Cherry on top.
Yes, sir.
Well, Kowloon generic romance?
That's all right. This is another one I haven't gotten through a lot, but it seems cute so far.
Yeah. And okay, this one was definitely for the romance because I thought the premise sounded dumb, and I've definitely seen not romance, fan service. Sorry, Yandere Dark Elf. She chased me all the way from another
I
world.
haven't started. I have not started that one yet, but it is on my list to watch.
That sounded so fucking stupid. Yep. And then I've seen different clips of her of the Yandere Dark Elf, and I'm like, yeah, okay, that's fine.
Nice.
But definitely, yeah, W essentially, yes. So those are the ones I'm probably gonna be checking out soon. I'm gonna try and find a happy medium with just watching them on one monitor while trying to write, because I need something in the background, but anime in Japanese is hard because I feel the need to read and comprehend the story rather than just having something just happening in the background. So I gotta find a happy medium.
Yeah, I don't watch it. I do something. If I'm watching anime, if I'm doing something else, it's very low attention. I give most of my attention to the anime because I do watch subbed mostly. So yeah, it's tough. I wouldn't do it while working seriously. That would be a very tough ask. Even I don't do that.
Oh, by the way, I saw your other tweet about how at your job they're gonna move everyone to the same room.
Oh yeah.
Does that really fuck you up and with what you usually do at work?
No, I usually put on put on YouTube videos and stuff while I work, and sometimes I'll read manga. So I'll just have to put a hold on the manga. But the YouTube videos and stuff I don't really care. I'm sure they won't really care because I usually just do it for background noise. And sometimes I do write lyrics. Sometimes I write some lyrics while I'm at work. But that's a document, so I can get away with it, I think. So.
All right, yeah.
It won't have that much of an effect, I don't think. It's just annoying, because then I gotta be careful.
Well, that's good. Yes.
Because I won't be able to look at Twitter, really.
I'm actually...
I do look at Twitter sometimes.
I'm so happy, because I randomly just put on, movies or shit. Like I do very rarely. Like if I really want to watch an anime, I will try and watch an episode while working. But most of the time, that's not easily explained away. Like mates will walk by and be like, "Oh, Trent, what the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah,
so I'm like, "Yeah, whatever."
Yeah, I don't watch anime while I'm at work.
I am able to get away with
that.
No. I'm able to get away with YouTube videos and random movies and shit, and luckily the boss just like does not care about that, like, because especially if you are working. So that is a happy medium. But like that's one thing I'm trying to. I want to stop watching. Again, I'm in that phase of like I need to stop watching just random shit on YouTube, especially since I got premium back. I've been back to just watching random shit on YouTube that doesn't matter, or like. And so much of it is fucking AI shit now. There's so much AI stuff happening all around that is harder to decipher. Like, images are getting way harder to decipher whether it's actually AI or not. I can always pick up an AI voice, no matter what. But pictures especially are getting very difficult to tell for me. Which
especially if it's like an actual, like some like a real world, something from the real world. It is hard to tell. But usually, like if it's anime art, I can still tell when it's anime art. Maybe because I see so much of it. But I can usually tell if it's AI anime art. But anything else, it's hard to tell. I haven't gotten any. I really don't get recommended AI shit on YouTube. Like I haven't seen any of it actually. Because really, I only pretty much solely get recommended the channels that I watch frequently, which would be like Cultaholic, Game Grumps, and maybe a couple other channels, but every so often. But other than that, it's VTubers. So I don't see any AI shit. That must be lucky.
Dude, what's going on with VTubers, man? So many motherfuckers have just left. So many people have just gone. Like Gargora's gone. What the hell?
She'll be she'll re-debut as indie, no doubt.
I think she already has as a like a tiny fish.
I used to that could be actually. I wouldn't be surprised. I never watched Gura really, but I always loved Fauna. And she re-debuted a few months ago as Nimi, which is a great help. I love her. I could listen to her yap all day long. So big fan of Fauna. Well, she's Nimi now, but I always knew her as Fauna. She's one of the only English VTubers I watch relatively frequently. Because most of the other VTubers I watch are Japanese. Like, I'm looking at my recommended screen now, I literally have like two ongoing streams from Japanese VTubers out of the 6 videos on my screen. Yeah, that's the kind of shit I watch when I'm working. Well, I don't really watch it, obviously. Yeah, but I just put it on for noise. So
yeah, no, that's
actually one of them is playing Persona 3 Reload based.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, because I think what the fuck? It's like literally like a week after Gora graduated, like a teaser for a new VTuber dropped, when it's just like a little guppy fish or something, and there's like a little song playing it, and it's like there's a song playing in the background, and she sounds exactly like Gora. So that's who they think Gora has re-debuted as. Is just like a little fish. So if that's true, that's kind of funny. I'm trying to find it, and I can't. Whatever.
Yeah, Mume graduated recently as well. From Hololive. I didn't watch her much, but yeah, especially EN. I know, like, I totally get it, because Hololive specifically, here's what I've picked. I'm about to fucking drop some VTuber lore, because I've been picking up shit by osmosis for like the past month, few months or so that I've been watching VTubers.
Yeah.
Hololive is becoming essentially an idol agency. And they expect a lot of their idols, or a lot of their VTubers, to be constantly like take dance lessons, take singing lessons, fucking creating cover songs or whatever, like have an original song done for them. And I think a lot of the Hololive members from years and years ago, back when it was sort of just a big VTubing agency, just wanted to do gaming streams and yap, right? That's what they do. And they didn't really want to get that far deep into being an idol, right? Because like Suisse is the big example. That's the girl whose CDs I have. She's a Hololive girl, and she sold out the what's the fucking arena? She did a concert. She did essentially a concert at one of the biggest Japanese arenas. And maybe it was an arena, something. Who knows what it was? But she fucking sold the place out. It was pretty recent, and it was like 10,000 people or whatever to see her concert. And she's constantly making new music. She actually usually has people write her stuff for her, but there was this full-on animated video that came out recently for a song that she actually wrote and then had help to produce. Kiregoto, I believe, is the name of the song. It was a fucking Cloverworks animated music video. It was insanely good.
Damn.
So yeah, Suisse is she's like the fucking forefront of everything happening with like the idol stuff. But actually, like with the new generation, there was a new generation of Japanese Hololive VTubers, and like 2 of them out of the 5 are actual like former idols, like real idols. Who got on stage and fucking danced around and shit. So that's the direction they're going, and a lot of the especially like the English speaking girls are like, I just wanted to play games, and aren't really on board with that. So I think that's why a lot of the English girls are leaving. I believe that's part of the reason why Gura left as well, and why they're immediately re-debuting as independent VTubers, where they can do whatever they want.
I think I found it because I just look at the fucking image. It's a Saba the fish. That's it.
Saba the fish.
It's Saba the fish. It's literally if you listen to it, it sounds like it's her voice. It takes a while to get to it, but it does sound like it's her. And you know what? I completely understand that. Like,
it does.
It's Hololive. It's all Hololive. They're like, hey,
yes,
we want to do more idol stuff than VTuber stuff. And the VTubers are like, no. So they're all fucked off. There's also one musician who I forget what he was as a VTuber. Have you heard of Xandu or Xandu Was Bored? Do you know who that is?
Yes, I know who that is.
Yeah, he did some awesome metal covers, I remember, for different songs. And I really like a lot of his stuff when he was making music. I don't know if he is anymore. But he...
Oh, fuck. Is that the guy who did like, fuck. He did like... Well, I gotta look it up. I know he did like Undertale shit, right?
Yeah, a metal version of Stronger Than You. For like Sans and Shara.
Like the Stronger Than You Frisk Sans version. Yeah, that shit.
Yeah. He did that, and then like he's done some other stuff for like Bendy. Like he's done all this other stuff that's really good, and I really enjoy it. And then apparently he became a VTuber for a while. That's why he stopped making music. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then recently he as a VTuber has just graduated, and I'm like, oh shit, that sucks.
Well, damn.
So, like, I don't know. So many motherfuckers are just not into it anymore. Like, VTubing, I don't know if it's peaked already, like, VTubing in general. I don't know if it's done. But so many motherfuckers have, like, given it a shot, and they're like, no, and then left. So, I don't know what's happening. But
yeah, no, it's definitely not done. It is going to last a very long time. It's just the protection of your anonymity. I didn't say that right, but
anonymity.
The protection of that is invaluable, I think, to a lot of streamers. And they're just, I think, generally a lot of times nicer to look at. Like the streamer doesn't have to fucking dress up and look nice. They can just sit down and play video games, not caring about their appearance. Because if they do, like if they were to show their face like as regular girls, there'd be a lot of judgment coming their way from stupid idiot guys. especially if they didn't go out of their way to look nice. So defaulting to your VTuber model is it's just so much better, I think. Like I can imagine, I can just easily imagine how much better it would be.
I can see that, but at the exact same time, I can also see like people can easily get far more attention for just having a cool looking VTuber model rather than just having their face. I unironically think like if I started a VTuber account and just started doing shit, I think I'd get way more popular than just having my regular channel. Like consistent uploads with a cool model, VTubers can just fucking pop off.
Absolutely.
Like for no reason.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's whack, but it's cool at the same time because people are finding a happy medium. But then like, you see that many more people fucking going from being flesh tubers, I guess, like real life, to fucking VTubers. Like you saw it with Amelie. I think as a joke, Nate did it for one video, maybe. And then like fucking who did that? Like who was it? Like Kaisa Nat or whoever that really cool dude is that streams all the time. iShowSpeed. It was iShowSpeed. He did it to join Iron Mouse for a stream because everyone was giving Iron Mouse shit when she was a guest on his stuff.
I mean, that was a fucking... Yeah, it was like a one-off thing. Everyone knows who Speed is.
Yeah, it was... But exactly. So, but him even doing that one-off thing is just kind of validating them. And it's really cool.
Yeah.
So...
It is a good thing.
Yeah. So, it's just
yeah, no, VTubers are a great thing. I think, there's definitely stick around. Like, I think, the peak was probably during the pandemic. Oh, almost certainly. But it's not going anywhere. No way.
Yeah.
So
I think just the peak
it's definitely here to stay.
The peak of the agency era is probably done. I think more people nowadays, especially just like,
maybe so.
I want to do it independently because all these agencies, yes, they do provide a lot of support, but then some of them turn around like Hololive and be like, you gotta learn how to sing. And you gotta do all these performances. Yeah, well,
and it wasn't a toxic thing, right? Like, it wasn't that, like, it was them sort of encouraging it, and then that was going to be, like, stuff them... Like, in a way, there was what they were expected to do, but they were also... Those people who left, those girls who left, were also able to amicably be like, hey, I don't really like this direction. Let me graduate, and they departed on kind terms, right? So, like, at least Hololive was able to understand the differences there. So Hololive is not bad. They're just going in a different direction than people are ready for. Some people. Honestly, like the amount of attention you get just for being a Hololive or even like a Niji Sanji or whatever else, a VTuber debuting under one of those agencies, it's crazy. Like the new generation that I mentioned, the Flow Glow generation with the two former idols. All 5 of those girls had over 100,000 subscribers before they even debuted. So the support you get and like it's just a launch pad. It's a crazy launch pad. So yeah, I think it just depends on the people. Like VTubing has gotten so big that you can pick and choose how you want to approach it. And of course, it goes through for the agencies, it goes through a fuckload of auditions. Obviously, like you can't just decide you want to be a Hololive VTuber and have no skills to back it up. But it's like it's just totally it's to the point where it's just basically regular content creation now. So like it's just a sort of it's not like its own thing, right? Like it's just another category of content creation. And a lot of times VTubers are just regular content creators who just happen to have a virtual model. Because there's so many VTubers now that they're like drama VTubers, or there's gaming VTubers, or there's singing VTubers, or whatever. You know what I mean? There's a ton of different options.
Well, actually, I don't know. Maybe
it's only a good thing.
Yeah, I don't know if it is the fact of like maybe it's the contracts they sign or something. I don't know if it's that, but you don't actually see a lot of the time when VTubers graduate or leave or whatever, most of the time is either because of personal reasons or just like, they're going in a different direction. I don't like that.
Yeah. They call it disagreement with management.
Yes, but there is more like disagreement with management, which is amicable than slandering them. Like, you never see. Like, there's only like one instance recently I can think of, but that's not even with a VTuber agency. It's more so, hey, the agency wants to do this, the VTuber doesn't, so they part ways. And that's like, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of the time it's actually somewhat reasonable. Like, a lot of the time in a different situation, you'd expect them to be like, oh, nah, they were pricks. They said this. But you don't see a lot of that with VTubing. The only thing I can actually think of was that fucking fire wolf pup motherfucker. Cinder. That shit.
Yep.
I saw all that shit with like her and Shy Lily.
Yep.
And like everything that burst up there, and then Shy Lily was just like talking shit about gamer subs about how like even though she's like the
oh my
main
god,
thing
she had one job and it was not to be an asshole.
And then she was an asshole. And then like gamer
Incredible
subs, like
scenes.
Cinder owns part of it apparently. And then like Shy Lily is the main VTuber they use to promote a lot of their stuff. And Shy Lily was just giving them shit rather than and Cinder shit. And it's just like, that is fucking hilarious. Like, and then I think Cinder, she's basically just gone off and not
Oh
making
yeah,
stuff
she's
at the
kaput.
minute. It's like,
She's so kaput.
it's more
It
so
was
just
such a
individuals.
big, like, we can't, like, I don't think I can overstate how big of drama that was. Like, that was insane. Especially because she had gotten so big. Like, I remember watching her a few years ago when she did her subathon. That was like when she really exploded, and when she did the multi-day subathon or whatever. I remember watching her and thinking she was really cool. I hadn't really watched her at any point recently. But I remember seeing her subathon. Man, it is just diabolical. A lot of the stuff she was up to.
Wasn't it all to do mostly with just like an artist or something that she was saying can't work with?
It was, VTubers? Artist was like sort of the one who initiated it and came out with a bunch of fucking receipts. Like, here's how I've been treated by Cinder, like a fucking dick. And yeah, it was like she was trying to essentially get that artist to work exclusively for Cinder as Cinder's exclusive artist without paying them the like extra to be exclusive. So they were trying to like sort of manipulate that artist out of working with, I think, Bao the whale it was. Bao. That artist was working on another project at the same time as whenever this drama happened at first. Or not with the drama, but the things captured in the screenshots shared during the drama. So like, and Cinder was like, you don't need to work with Bao. You just work with me. We're best friends, right? Like you're not going to work with anybody else. Just work exclusively for me, and then not pay them extra for that. And there was a whole manager thing who was actually her boyfriend. Diabolical. The manager was actually in contact with the artist a lot as well.
Right.
Yeah. Crazy work.
A lot of stuff there.
Essentially it came down to like Cinder shit talking her supposed friends behind their backs and being an asshole to artists.
Yeah, wonderful. See, that's what I'm saying. Like most of the time, it's down to just some individuals being fuckwits, not companies, especially with VTubers.
Yes. Well, and Cinder was independent from the start, so yeah.
Yeah, but I think also because Cinder part owns Gamer Subs now, that's become a bit of an issue with them. Don't know. Haven't had it in a while, so I don't really care. I
don't know anything.
Yeah,
about
no, it's just very very funny and interesting drama there. It's just oh well. Yes. Also, I was thinking about different stuff going on we could do for Firestorm. Is there any other music that you wanted to check out that's coming up? Because I
don't think so. I can't think of anything.
There was a new... obviously, there's 3 Days Grace that I really want to listen to coming out in August. And out of nowhere, I saw that Rise Against dropped a new single, and I'm like, I don't really know. Do we want to listen to Rise Against? I was kind of nor they about their last album, so I don't really know.
I mean, I'm cool with it. I remember thinking their last album was all right.
Okay. And did we say it? Wait, we talked about Baby Metal. Did we want to do Baby Metal?
We can.
Because I remember when I sent you a screenshot of the new. Yeah, because I sent you a screenshot of the announcement. I think it was, and then.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, we can do that. If you want to do it, I'm down.
Yeah, I think that'll be interesting.
I think.
Was it Baby Metal Spirit Box or something?
Yeah, I think they had probably the singer of Spirit Box on it.
Yeah,
I believe that's right.
Fucking
and Tim
Spirit
Henson
Box.
as well. There was a track with Tim Henson on it.
That's right. Yes. Yeah. Spirit Box and Evanescence. They're doing a lot of different, just like outward shit. Like Spirit Box are doing a lot more collaborations. Evanescence are doing a bunch of like. I've done a few singles for different projects now. Like they just dropped one recently for what is it? From the film Ballerina. They've just made a single for that, and then they did like the Devil May Cry.
Good for them.
Afterlife. Dude, did you end up watching Devil May Cry by chance?
I did. I told you it was mid.
That's right, mid. Yeah, no, I liked it. Not a lot of people liked it, but I liked it.
No, I thought there was a lot of good things about it. I just think I ended up confused.
Fair enough. That's fair. But yeah, so that's sick. All right, so maybe Rise Against, probably Baby Metal and 3 Days Grace. That'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm honestly not bothered by anything until Breaking Benjamin comes out.
That's valid.
Yep.
Breaking Benjamin. Whenever the fuck, I heard Awaken again, like just randomly in my playlist, and I was just like, because I hadn't heard it in a few months, I'm like, rips. Oh my god, yeah, it is. So you're right, it's fucking rips. All right, it's top quality shit.
It's still like in top 3 of my on repeat playlist. I still listen to it all the time. Fucking rules.
And 5 Nights starting next week. Oh my god! And then Paper Lily whenever that happens. So fuck yeah.
I did want to ask if you're at all. We did Tears of the Kingdom. Do you want to do the Imprisoning War or whatever, the Hyrule Warriors Tears of the Kingdom? Do you want to do that too? Because I'm down.
Sure. I actually, because that was one of the few games when I had my Switch I really enjoyed. I really liked Hyrule Warriors because I like the Warriors type, the Dynasty Warriors type of game. I do really like it. Yep. So yes, I'm down. What is it called? I didn't actually.
Age of Imprisonment. Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment, yeah.
Imprisonment. Okay. Yes, I'm down.
So I think it covers the gap when Link was asleep. When like the shit like the land went into the sky and all that garbage.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
So yes,
I did like the first Breath of the Wild, the Age of Calamity. I liked that one as well. Quite good.
I think I just liked it because it had the cameos of all the, like, not Age of Calamity, the one before it, like the OG.
Yeah, the regular Hyrule Warriors. Yeah.
Just had a bunch of cameos, and I'm just like, this is sick.
It did.
Just seeing all the characters fighting, and I thought it was fun.
Yeah, I had that one as well. It was really good.
And fucking Dynasty Warriors is just fun. Like, if you ever play just a regular Dynasty Warriors, like I played 7.
Yeah, I think it's December is when it's supposed to come out.
Fuck yeah.
Age of Imprisonment.
Let's go. Yeah, so I think I'm keen for those. That'll be fun.
Nice.
Did you still want to do the anime versus idea? Because I still got that written down. I just haven't watched them yet.
Yeah, I haven't watched them either. But if you want to do it, I'll 100%. I have like the tabs pulled up. I have one of my browsers. I keep all my anime shit I need to watch pulled up. Unfortunately, that's a lot of tabs. But I do have them pulled up. So.
Because I managed to get one of them, and I still haven't found a way to watch the other one. I will figure it out.
Yes. Call the Night season 2 actually starts in July as well.
I saw that.
It's gonna be a fucking stacked season in July. Let me tell you what, fucking stacked.
Fuck yeah.
There's Dress Up Darling, Don is coming out. Kaiju number 8. Fucking Shield Hero is back. Hypertoria and I will be back, no doubt.
Oh yeah, I saw you at the Persona 5 EP. Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, there's a plug. I just released 5 covers. Although one of them was old, I just remastered it. 5 covers from Persona 5. That's one of the things I've been working hard on in the background. When I've told Trent a few times, like, yeah, I'm working on a lot of music. This was part of it. I did these in the background over the past few months. If you're going, Last Surprise is up on my YouTube right now. You can find it there. My cover of Last Surprise, that You'll Never See It Coming, for anybody who's not unfamiliar. That's the one. But if you're gonna listen to any one track, my favorite cover in the EP is Rivers in the Desert. That's my favorite track. I honestly think it's one of my best covers to date. I think it rips.
Hell yeah.
So if anybody out there's curious, check out Rivers in the Desert. I think I outdid myself on that one.
Fuck yeah.
So
no, especially like the past fortnight, just out of nowhere, it's just like, yeah, here's Anime Covers Volume 5, here's Don't from Persona 3 Reloaded.
Well, yeah,
and here's Beneath the
Anime
Mask.
Covers Volume 5 is a compilation, so it wasn't anything new. It's just a bunch of old stuff compiled into an album. So that was easy, but yeah, Persona 5, the Beneath the Mask EP, that was fun. I've had, basically ever since I beat Persona 5 a couple years ago, the Royal version, like the whole Royal Persona 5, I had a list of stuff. I was like, at some point, I'm going to get around to these. I don't know when exactly, but I did want to get around to doing some Persona 5 stuff, and thankfully now I have. Also, another interesting track is I did cover the song Beneath the Mask. The EP is called Beneath the Mask, but I did cover the Beneath the Mask song, which is like the overworld thing, the really chill one. And I made it this really like ambient guitar mix. So it's still really chill, and it's a really, like, I put this effect on my singing as well that I've never used before. So it's still really chill songs, not pretty much unlike anything else I've ever done. So that's interesting as well about this EP.
Fuck yeah.
But the rest of them are standard hard rock covers of Persona 5 songs. So there's my plug. Give it a listen. Also, Don't is out now, so that's good. All my Persona stuff is on the shelf.
When I saw that, I was like, yay, finally. I've been waiting for this one.
It took a little longer than I thought, but yeah, it's all good now.
I did the art fucking ages ago, and I was just like, oh, I wonder when that's going to happen. And it came out like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, took a little longer than I expected, but yeah. Hypertoria and I are actually busy boys together right now. He owes me, right now, he owes me his rap parts for a cover of Infinite. So,
oh, yeah, I remember you talking about that.
Yeah, he owes me that right now. I'll probably be doing my vocals tomorrow. And we're also going to be doing this came out of nowhere. I was really surprised. This is a very exclusive. I've never talked about this before. Very exclusive thing. Obviously, I've been unfortunately addicted to a gacha game, a Hoyoverse game, Zenless Zone Zero. Unfortunately, I've been addicted to a gacha game. I beat like 2.0. This is actually the day 2.0 came out, the 2.0 update, which is a crazy fucking update. It's a lot of stuff they added. But point is, there is this fucking insane metal track that I heard for the first time beating like the last main chapter of the story a few weeks ago, called Come Alive. It is a fucking unbelievable banger. And Hypertoria and I are going to cover it. It's partially in Chinese.
Nice.
So we're going to do an English version cover of Come Alive. It is an unbelievable banger of a song. And I told Hypertoria, he can scream a little bit, and it's a lot of screaming in that track. So we are gonna, at some point, relatively soon, hopefully, we're gonna do that.
Fuck yeah.
And then, of course, after that, after or before, we're gonna do the new Shield Hero opening as well. We're busy boys. So, yeah, but he's been busy with work recently, so that's why he hasn't done Infinite sooner. But yeah, we'll get around to it all. I've actually wrote lyrics for Come Alive already, and they fucking slap. So, but the chorus is in English. The chorus of Come Alive is in English, but the verses are in Chinese. Never translated Chinese before. Very interesting. But there you go.
Fun.
It's the first look at some of my future plans.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I have a lot more future plans that I have not disclosed, but those are for later.
Hell yeah.
So, but yeah, also, so like, since we're on the topic, it's a big season for anime covers next season, starting next month in July. I'm gonna be doing probably the new Dr. Stone. The new Dr. Stone opening is by Kana Boone, the guys behind like Silhouette and from Naruto and like fucking bunch of other fucking banger openings. So that's cool. I'm gonna do the Sakamoto Days, the new Sakamoto Days opening, of course, and the new Shield Hero, and I might do Gachiakta, which I recommended Gachiakta back when we did the anime video at the end of last year. It's that really weird shonen manga. It's about trash. It's about guys messing with trash. That is actually what it's about. But it's been crazy good recently, and the anime looks really fucking awesome. And the opening sounds like a crazy banger. So we'll see how it goes. That's still up in the air. But also, just a reminder to anyone listening, and potentially to you, Trent, that Gachiakta is coming out next month, and it fucking rips. So
how do you spell it?
Gachiakta is Gachiakta.
Gachiakta. Okay. Well, now you all know how to spell it. Keep that in mind.
Yeah. I believe it's on Crunchyroll. So.
All right. Ooh, action dark fantasy.
Looks like looks like a crazy banger of an anime. Fuck yeah. I've been reading the manga since day one. Really looking forward to it.
Well, you know me, I like my dark fantasy, so I'm keen. Hell yeah. Alrighty.
It is that.
Well, yeah, well that's awesome. That sounds really sick. I'm glad the new season does look hype, to be fair.
It does look good.
Looks fun. So you've got all that. I will
except there's Rent a Girlfriend.
Yes.
Guess I'll die.
Why not? just kill me. So we got that.
Oh, bro, hold on, wait, everybody, shut up, dude. There's been a huge development.
What?
Not. This was actually Rent a Girlfriend related. Hold on.
Oh,
what? I gotta find this fucking picture.
Okay.
Check this out.
All right, I'm watching.
Hold on.
Where is it?
This just no. I'm gonna send it to you in Discord. This just happened in the most recent chapter.
Alrighty. I think that I might be in love with you. Oh my god.
And I think that was chapter 379.
So wait, is that her saying it to him or him saying it to her?
Yeah, her saying it to him.
So she's finally like, oh my god, I might actually like this fella. Oh my god.
Yes.
It took how long? Fucking
379 chapters.
Sheesh.
8 years. 8 years.
Jesus Christ. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
That's nuts. That's nutty. That's ridiculous. Fucking Rent a Girlfriend, man. My God.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Alrighty. You have all that going on. That's exciting. I'm keen for the new stuff. I'm happy to see, because there was a little bit of a slowdown at the beginning of the year, so I'm happy to see more of it come out. Really excited. I will get the first draft as soon as the fucking book's done. You'll get the draft of Volume 2. You want it 100%. Be the first one to get it.
Nice.
As soon as that's done.
Let's go.
So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. We got Secret of the Mimic next week. We got other games and album reviews.
Five Nights at Freddy's, bro.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Let's go.
We got other games and music in the pipeline. Whenever they happen, we'll get on it. We might occasionally just do random fucking talks like this. This was nice. We'll see what happens. And keep an eye out for Gus's music. Keep an eye out for my book and my fucking audiobook. Buy a copy of it.
I make brief cameos in the audiobook, not just in music form.
Yeah.
I make brief cameos.
Fucking Nirav.
As Nirav's fucking
notes.
Not disembodied. Nirav's little notes. I make soft cameos there.
Yes, you do. Yes, you'll get to hear his voice like 0.5% of the time throughout the entire audiobook.
Yeah, very rarely. I think I read maybe 5 lines.
Yeah, That's all he had. He has a little more. He has a few more in Volume 2. He does a bit more in Volume 2. So you'll get to see that. And probably read it whenever the audiobook for that happens.
Yeah.
I need to approach the audiobook for Volume 2 differently. Because I had to record it on different days, and that kind of screwed up my flow. And I noticed the first session where I read it, my cadence was a bit different compared to the rest of the sessions. So it's going to start off sounding a tiny bit different, which is annoying, but it is what it is. This is a learning curve. This is something I haven't done this before. The first audiobook was in my own house, and it was shit. So this is this is different. But it will be good either way. Listen to it when it comes out, hopefully soon. Do you have anything else to bring up, or should we wrap this up?
I feel like I had one more thing, and I kind of forgot what it was. But no, I think I'm good. I plugged my EP. That's it. That's all I had to do. I think I showed up. I plugged my EP. I left. The end.
Sonic Team Racing looks funny, or whatever the fucking Sonic Racing is.
Joker's gonna be in it.
Joker and Hatsune Miku and a guy from Yakuza. They're all going to be in it. Yeah. What the fuck?
Sega moment. Yeah. Well, it is a Sega moment. Atlas is a Sega property.
I legitimately didn't realize that Hatsune Miku was like everywhere.
Sega.
Like, what?
I think she was in a previous Sonic racing game. I want to say. I feel like that's happened before.
Wait a minute. Alex and Creeper from Steve from Minecraft? Wait a minute. What?
Let's go. They're not Sega property.
Creeper, Alex, and Steve from Minecraft. Wow. Okay.
Suddenly, all of a sudden, the Sonic racing is way better than Mario Kart.
Yeah. Might play it. Who knows? That'd be funny.
Real.
Okay, sweet. Yeah. There you go, ladies and gents.
There was one thing. I think we'll know. This isn't a big thing. Well, I think by the time this video goes up, you all listening to this will know the answer. But supposedly, there will be an announcement for a remake of Persona 4 within the next day or two. And
yes.
If that happens, we will probably play it on the channel eventually, whenever it does come out.
I would be down for that. Absolutely.
So it was your idea, so you better be down for it.
Yes.
So we'll probably do that. Just depends if it gets announced or not. Personally, I don't think Persona 4 needs a remake, but if it gets one, I'm gonna buy it because I'm a consumer cheap idiot.
Capitalist pig.
Yeah, I'm a capitalist pig who doesn't know anything and buys whatever slop is fed to me. So we'll play that eventually on the show if it gets announced. You all will probably know whether or not it has been announced because I think it's supposed to be at the Xbox Games Showcase on June the 8th, at least in America.
It'll probably come out around the same time. I'll probably just drop this tomorrow, so it might be around the same time. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it would be a day later. Because it's June 8th in America.
Right.
It's scheduled for June 8th American time. So, we'll see. That is a big if. Personally, I think all of the voice actors tweeting about it are joking. But, what do I know?
That was random how, like, in a week's time span, all the OG voice actors were just like, by the way, I'm not in the remake. And we're just like, what?
Yeah, I think that sounded like to me. It's that those sound like they're fucking joking. But what do I know?
Yeah.
So
that was weird.
Yeah. I don't know. But anyway, that's pretty much it. I think so. Yeah, just more of the usual, and then we got Five Nights at Freddy's coming out next week. So strap in. Firestorm's making an epic sort of comeback. Sort of epic sort of comeback.
Sort of epic, sort of comeback. This is kind of what we expected. What was going to happen after last year? We're just like, we'll just do things as we want to do them. And I kind of wanted to do this, so it's just like, this is Firestorm. Yes. Let's go, baby. Woo!
So, yeah,
we're nearing
thank
in
you
on
all
100.
for
We're
tuning
nearing in on 100 podcast episodes. By the way, after the next few fucking album reviews and shit, we're gonna near on 100 episodes. What the fuck are we gonna do for episode 100? Oh my god!
Fuck if I know. It's been like 5 years.
Pitch
6 years. It'll have been 6 years, I think.
Fucking piss shit and come. I don't know. We'll fucking figure something out.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah. 6
so
years.
yeah, I don't know. I'll probably suck my own dick for 100 episodes.
Sweet.
I don't know what we'll do. We'll probably do exactly this again. Honestly.
Maybe we'll turn our webcams on. Who knows?
Maybe. Yeah. I'll doll myself up for the camera.
Fuck, I'll get oiled up for the camera.
Yeah. So yeah, thank y'all for watching or listening, however you've done it. I don't know if this episode will go on Spotify or not, whatever, it doesn't matter. Thank you for watching / listening. If you have any games, albums, anything you want us to check out going forward that we can make a podcast episode about, you can leave it in the comments below. Or if you're an insane person, you can email us at firestormproductions2@gmail.com. That's the number 2, by the way. And we'll see you next time. Next week for Five Nights at Freddy's, baby. Fuck yeah.
5 Nights at Freddy's. I can't wait.
And 5 Nights at... Wait, no, I gotta do the Living Tombstone.
Yes.
5 Nights at Freddy's. Just where you wanna be. We're gonna get copyright claimed at the 2-hour mark.
Yay.
Suck my dick, Living Tombstone.